The following stories are based on personal experiences and opinions. Names and details may be changed to protect privacy. The content is for entertainment purposes only.
Here's the kicker. They got married.
No fucking way.
Yep.
So nice speaking with you last night, all this stuff. And I immediately knew who had done the call and who pretended to be me.
Drama, betrayal, and the stories you won't believe.
Welcome to our X-Files. So what if I told you that I had a hospital imposter?
I wouldn't believe it.
I'm going to tell you the whole story. It's real.
I'm ready to listen. Let's go.
So my husband, one night, he was so sick. His stomach hurt so bad, but we had all 4 kids at home and they were sleeping. And it was probably about 10:30 or 11 at night. And he was adamant that something was wrong. So he said he's going to go to the ER. I said, make sure you check in with me. Let me know what they say. Run the scans. Don't leave there till you know what's wrong. He gets there. They almost discharged him. And then he said, I need you to do a CT, because he knew in his gut that it wasn't just like gastroenteritis, like the flu or whatever. So they did a CT and found out that he had an intestinal blockage.
Wow, that's scary.
It is. Yeah. And who would have ever thought? Like, how would you even know what the symptoms are, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't.
You ever hear of that happening?
Absolutely not.
It's kind of fucking rare.
Right.
Yeah. So he knew he needed to be there. So he called me after the scan. He was like, I have an intestinal blockage. They're going to admit me. I don't need you to come now, but come first thing in the morning. And I said, okay. And he reassured me that they were just doing the right protocols. No surgery was happening. They were just following through. So I wasn't concerned.
And you just felt comfortable staying at home, knowing that they would be doing their thing.
Yeah, like totally. I wasn't that concerned. I wanted to be there, but I needed to get all 4 kids off to school. And they went to 3 different schools because of their ages. And so I had a busy morning. Then I went straight to the hospital. And then when I walked in to the floor he was on, the nurse was like, hi, Christina. It was so nice chatting with you. You called last night and we talked, and it was so nice to speak with you. I'm so glad he's doing okay, and yada, yada, yada. And I was like fucking shocked, because I literally almost passed out. I felt my legs go weak. I was like, what the fuck? How did she know my husband's, I was associated to my husband when I just said his name? I could have been his sister. But she knew I was Christina, and that she and I had a few conversations the night prior. And
So what, you're telling me you didn't have any conversations with this nurse the night before?
No, none. I never called, because I kept in touch with my husband. So because I kept in touch with him throughout the night and in the morning, I didn't call the hospital to check on anything, because he was not incapacitated. I had no need to call. But when I walked in there and she knew my name and she knew basically everything, and she was like, oh, it's so nice to finally put a face to the caller, it was so nice speaking with you last night, all this stuff. And I immediately knew who had done the call and who pretended to be me. I didn't tell her it wasn't me, because I didn't want to false alarm anything, but I knew right away that this was his ex-wife that had called and got information on his health condition. And the craziest shit is that I don't even know how she knew he was there. Because number one, the kids were all sleeping. They didn't even know their dad had went into the hospital. And I wouldn't have told them that anyways, because that would have alarmed them. And number two, we didn't share that with her because there was no critical reason to. And it made me wonder if she had a tracker on his car or his phone, or was listening to voicemails, or stalking him. I had no idea how she knew he was there, but to stay up all night and track something to know where someone's at is creepy as fuck. And then to call.
Well, it's actually just insane, literally crazy. They're divorced at this point in time, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They were divorced 2 years before I even met him. Okay. And we already had 2 kids together. So yeah, we were way past 2.
So she's just now stalking him and you.
For sure.
Okay. That's nuts.
Nuts. Yeah. There's no reason for her to call and check on anything. It was crazy. So I never figured out how she figured out he was there. I never figured out how she knew what floor he was on, but she knew to use my name. She got all the information that she could about him. And me and my husband are still dumbfounded. But in a later part of our life, we did figure out partially why or how she could have figured this out, which is even a crazier story. But to know that she stayed up all night checking on her ex-husband, pretending to be me, is the creepiest shit ever. And why would she do that? What would prompt someone to do that. And I mean, we could have been 10, I think we were about 10 years married by then. They'd been divorced for about 12 years. So why the fuck are you still stalking him? Like, why the fuck are you still looking?
No, the real question here is, why is she calling the hospital, pretending to be you to get information on her ex-husband? That's next level crazy.
Not right.
Yes.
Like, are you that bored? Like, are you that obsessed? Can you not fucking move on?
It's time to move on, lady.
Yeah. And does she not realize how crazy she looks? Did she not think I'd find out? Like, did she honestly think that someone wouldn't say, oh, I spoke to you last night? But just that gut wrench feeling when I heard it from the nurse, because there's so many times in my life being married to him where I had that gut wrenching feeling that someone's over the shoulder stalking, over the phone calls, over the mail, over the email, over the banks, over everything, just always around the corner and knows everything. And then to have it right in front of my face was just like, honestly, such a sick feeling, like frozen, pass out, my legs are weak, honestly.
Yeah, it's just like a total like violation of your privacy.
Yeah.
And it just a way that I don't even know how you could feel about that.
Yeah, it's awful. But the aftermath of it is we definitely took her a lot more seriously, because we're like, if she's capable of knowing all these things and like going out of her way to stalk him and to pretend to be me, like where will she stop? What if that's normal to her? Like, and that's scary shit.
You're like, what else is she capable of?
What else is she capable of? But the lesson is, you know, when something like that happens, it brings you and your spouse closer, or you and your partner closer. It'll definitely help with you and your spouse working as a team to protect your family and the privacy of your family. You're definitely going to look at things from a whole different angle. So her move of trying to cause chaos actually brought our family much closer, more bonded, and definitely more on guard.
So her plan backfired. Like, sorry.
100% every time backfired. So that was my hospital imposter case. Elise, what is your next stack for RX Files?
Well, today's story is one I never thought I'd tell, because honestly, it sounds like something out of a messy Netflix drama. You know, those storylines where you're like, no, that's never going to happen to me. Is this really life? No. Well, it did. So buckle up, because I'm taking you back to a time that I dated a guy who later ended up marrying my best friend.
I wonder which guy this was, because they were all shitty. Are you not going to name them?
I'm not naming them.
Okay.
And I use the term best friend loosely, because clearly you're my best friend of all time.
Thank you. I was going to say, what the fuck?
Yeah. But this girl was somebody that I met in college. And then, you know, you have like your new best friend at the time that you're spending a lot of time with that person. And then we became inseparable because we were studying together, hanging out all the time before and after class and all of that. So we became close. So I would guess she was considered my new best friend at the time.
Yeah, I wasn't there. That's why.
Yeah. So let's rewind a little bit to the time when I was young, figuring my life out.
Yeah.
And your life was already figured out. You were married, and I'm just still dating around.
You just did it backwards.
I know, these losers, one loser after the next. But this one was when I met a guy. We're going to call him Rob. He was super charming, buff, funny, the kind of guy that all the girls were like, yes. And so I thought I was super lucky, of course, to be dating him. I'm 20 something and we were dating. We actually ended up living together. I got my first dog with him, but like many young relationships, that one fizzled out. There was no big fights on this one, actually. No betrayal. He didn't cheat on me. So that's a plus.
Yeah. First one ever.
Yeah. Probably the only one.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't working out anymore. So we decided to end things on good terms.
Yeah.
But now here's where the things, everything takes a turn. Rob and I broke up, and then he started working at the Olive Garden. He was working there, and my friend, we're going to call her Sarah, she also worked there. And at first I was like, yes, Sarah works with my ex Rob, and this is great because, kind of when you're young, you break up, but you're still like hooking up, hanging out, are we going to get back together? Are we not? You know how that goes.
Yeah.
So at first I actually really liked it because I was like, she can keep tabs on him. She can tell me what he's doing and all of that. But I don't know. For some reason, it started, I started noticing little things. She stopped telling me stories all of a sudden. And then him and I stopped hanging out. It was kind of weird. Like nothing major happened. So I'm like, what's up? She stopped talking to me about him and I stopped talking to him. And then boom, they were officially dating.
Wait, like did she tell you or did you find out?
I just found out.
Okay.
Through other mutual friends that we had because they kind of had both ghosted me. And I was like, this is weird. All of a sudden, I'm not seeing Sarah anymore. We're not hanging out as much. All of a sudden, the semester had ended at college. So we had, we're off to different classes. So I thought, okay, maybe that's why we're not not hanging out as much.
Yeah.
But then I find out that they're dating.
Oh my God.
And listen, I wanted to be chill and I wanted to be mature about it. But deep down, I was hurt. I was pissed. I was like, ouch.
Yeah.
That's my ex and that's also my friend. It's like, how awkward.
Yeah,
right?
there's like girl code.
Yeah, but she had none. That's why she has no girlfriends.
Literally none.
Yeah, still to this day, but we won't go there. But I'll be honest with you, I went through lots of different stages. Shock. I'm like, is this really happening to me?
Yeah.
Denial. It's like they're just hanging out. It's nothing serious. Don't get, so mad at least. It's fine. And then I was super angry. It's like out of all the people in the world, why are they together? Also sadness. I felt like I had lost both of these people that were in my life, because I hadn't really grieved that relationship ending because him and I were still kind of hanging out, hooking up, maybe holding on to hope that we were going to get back together because nothing major had happened for us to break up. So I kind of held on to hope for that, right?
Yeah, because it wasn't a bad breakup. You ended up on good terms.
Yeah, so I thought I was just going to work on myself. He was going to work on himself, and then eventually we'd find our way back to each other or something like that.
Yeah, never know.
But it never happened. So the last stage of this was acceptance. This is my new reality here.
Yeah.
Okay. Because here's the kicker. They got married.
No fucking way.
Yep. They walked down the aisle. They said, I do, the whole 9 yards. And I just had to figure out how to navigate through that without losing my freaking mind.
Right. Were you invited to the wedding?
Absolutely not.
Did they neither one of them talk to you anymore?
I have still to this day never talked to either one of them.
Okay.
I know.
That's bitchy what she did.
I know.
And him.
Absolutely. But you know what? I always joke about it because, I'm sure I was off to my next crappy boyfriend. And I'm always like, good luck, Chuck. All these people I date, they always end up marrying the next person, I swear.
Yeah,
so this is like, just one of many.
Whoever gets you next gets the good version. You reform them so then they're ready finally.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. That's probably
what it is.
Yeah, I reformed them. Now they're like, okay, it's time to get married.
Yeah.
So looking back now, I can only laugh about it because at the time I really felt betrayed. But honestly, time has a way of softening the edges, right? And I learned that people are going to make choices and then you're not always going to understand them. And relationships shift, friendships change, and sometimes life writes a plot twist that we didn't see coming.
Yeah.
So the important part is deciding what role you're going to play in your own story. For me, it just meant I had to set different boundaries, walking through the hurt, and eventually choosing to let go of that bitterness because carrying it around, it was heavy. And I had way more important things to do, like focus on building my real estate career and building a life that I wanted for myself.
Yeah.
So if you've ever been through something similar, whether it's, your ex dating a friend, losing people that you thought you would always be in your corner, know this, you are not alone and it doesn't define your worth. Sometimes the people we lose just make space for the ones who are really meant to stay, like you.
Yes, like me.
Just a little reminder that life is messy, but it can still be beautiful.
Yes. If you enjoyed my story or could relate to it in any way, like if you have a spouse that has a crazy ex who impersonates you or stalks you in any way, shape, or form, just know there will be an end to it. Just know to secure your family and your spouse and make sure you guys are strong. Don't let it come between you. Let it make you stronger. And don't ever go to the level that they are because you will come out of the ashes. I was going to say asses. You will come out of the asses of these assholes.
You're going to come out looking like an ass.
Yeah. You want to be always on the up and up. And they're so obsessed with you because you're the shit. And that is literally never going to change. But you don't have to let it take you down or bring you down or consume your time.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. We're 20 years in now and we are very strong, very healthy, very happy. If you're going through the same stuff, just let it be and get that tattoo if you want to, because I did. I got let go, let God, because I had to let go so much shit, and just let God handle it.
Yeah. And my first tattoo was faith. I had so much faith that I was going to find the right guy.
That's hilarious.
It's true.
Because it actually is so real. Both of us, that's my tattoo, that's your tattoo. And that's literally what we lived through. That's what we needed. We needed that hope to hold on to.
Yeah.
And reminder.
I needed faith so bad. Because I had so many crappy exes.
And I had to let go so much. So yeah, we have to let go and have faith. Yes. Well, that was another case for our X-Files. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
If you've got a wild story about your ex, we want to hear about it. Send us your anonymous submission through the link in our bio to be featured on a future episode.
The crazier, the better. And don't worry, your identity is safe with us. Until next time, keep those X-Files coming.
Bye.